I have a feeling none of you have heard of this show before. Most people I talk to haven't, and that's exactly why I think it's that much better to critique. In 2019, this thriller show made its debut, and since then, I have been hooked. For this reason is exactly why I choose to critique Evil. Today, I will share my critique of Evil to show how interesting the story of a psychologist, a contractor, and a priest is as they investigate clinical cases. Throughout my speech, I will give reason as to why I enjoy this show and how interesting that it is. One of the main reasons that Evil is such a good show is because it is very diverse. You could believe or have one opinion on some topic that will be able to relate to that belief in some way. The show deals with atheism, science, and religious beliefs, including Christianity. The main character, Kristen, is a psychologist who does not believe in anything spiritual. She believes that everything can be backed up by science or some sort of logic. One of the other supporting characters, David, he is a priest who believes that most everything has some religious aspect attached to it. Then there's Ben, the contractor, who works with both Kristen and David on the clinical cases. He usually uses technology to prove science over religion in every episode. The acting within the show is very well done, with many supporting characters that allow the show to be not so serious all the time. An example of this there are a few episodes that just involve Kristen and her relationship that she shares with her 4 daughters. They do an excellent job at merging beliefs from everywhere into a very interesting TV show. The show incorporates enough aspects that will satisfy some sort of want from a TV show. The makers of this new TV drama, Michelle and Robert King, have done an excellent job at creating a unique show that always leaves people asking questions. In the show, they are always researching different cases that involve miracles, demon possession, and strange occurrences. In many episodes, the main character, Kristen, is visited by a demon. He keeps showing up in her dreams and filling her mind with all kinds of doubts. The demon's name is George, and he is an important part of the story because he adds a comedic aspect and something that keeps you guessing. We just never know his purpose. Is he real? Is he part of our imagination? Who knows? Especially because the show is about psychology and spirituality, it is interesting to see the two merged together. The main character is always convinced that situations are never spiritual. She says, "I don't believe in all that, devils and possession." In some cases, it obviously looks like some possession, though. Another example of things that keep you guessing in the show is how there always seems to be cases that have some spiritual aspect, and the main character shuts them down using logic. Now, some things do sound ridiculous, but the show is about having an open mind about logic and spirituality. Kristen, the psychologist, may think it is some sort of mental disorder, while David, the priest, may think it is something like possession. David once explained in the show that science is only good for reputable phenomenon. David, though, does a good job of also staying non-biased. Overall, there's always something that leaves you on the edge of your seat and is what I like about the show Evil. It is now time for me to wrap up my speech, and I do have a few more things to say. I hope that my speech has shown you how unique and likable Evil is. We covered its characters, humor, diversity, and uniqueness. If you're ever in the mood for a great psychological horror show, then you should start at Evil. This is where facts are used over fiction, and where they don't need to check every broomstick. You know that broomsticks don't fly.